Welcome to the Bandano Podcast, where we're calling a spade a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. The NBA is looking shakier and shakier as the days go on, as the weeks pass by. Dropping the ball when it comes to the Terry Rozier organization being called to the forefront by Washington, D.C. The NBA is now scrambling, trying their best to cover their ass. All of the evidence was laid before them for the Terry Rozier incident, and they chose to ignore it. You know what? We're not going to suspend you. We're not going to ban you. We're just going to sit you down quietly because we know what you did, dare I say, allegedly. Then the FBI steps in. Okay, you're getting arrested. You're getting arrested. You're getting arrested. Illegal sports betting, gambling, fixing games, insider trading. Yeah, we're coming in and we're clearing house. And now the NBA is scrambling and doing what they can to cover their own behind. And that starts here, as the NBA seeks cell phones from multiple teams, including the Los Angeles Lakers, in gambling investigation, according to 6 league sources. Now, if you remember, Damon Jones, he got arrested for what? Leaking that LeBron James is going to be missing games. Oh, LeBron's going to be missing games, guys. Yeah, I got word that LeBron's missing this game. He's load managing this game. This is a good game to bet on against the Bucks. This one we should look to. Trading insider information to get a leg up on the gambling market. The NBA has asked multiple teams, including the Los Angeles Lakers, to hand over documents and other property as part of its investigation into illegal sports gambling, 6 league sources told The Athletic. The league, under scrutiny from Congress, is seeking new information in light of the federal charges brought by the Department of Justice last month. Seeking new information in light of the federal charges. They're scrambling. Now it's time to try to make it seem like we were doing everything we can to get to the bottom of this matter before we get the real hammer dropped on our ass. Committees from the House and the Senate asked the NBA why it had not uncovered credible evidence that players and coaches participated in a scheme to use private information to help bettors win money after Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier and Portland Trail Blazers head coach Chauncey Billups were arrested and charged last month. Chauncey Billups, if you remember, he refused to put his better players in games. He just threw games away. Oh, it's close. We can win this. Hey, you're my starter. You're my starter. You're my star player. Don't even bother coming in. We need to lose this one. I promise a couple people, allegedly, we got to throw this game. NBA officials made the case to a congressional committee that the league was taking the charges seriously, and through the outside law firm Watchell, Lipton, Rosen, and Katz, began contacting teams to request access to cell phones, among other items. As a result of the charges filed against Damon Jones, a former NBA player and LeBron James' former shooting coach who had special access to the Lakers, Watchell investigators are expected to seek documents including cell phones and phone records from at least 10 Lakers employees, league sources told The Athletic. Per league sources, Lakers assistant trainer Mike Mancias and executive administrator Randy Mims are among the employees who are already cooperating and who voluntarily handed their cell phones over to investigators. I hope you guys know, whether you guys delete it, it's always there. Whether you guys are deleting messages, I'm not saying you particularly, Sams or Mancias, whoever, you guys are deleting messages, they're always there. They don't go anywhere. It's a quick 1, 2, 3. Time to crack the code here. The Lakers employ both Mancias and Mims because of their ties to James. The fresh scrutiny is expected to examine their relationship with Jones. Quote, the NBA engaged in an independent law firm to investigate the allegations in the indictment once it was made public, an NBA spokesman told The Athletic in a statement. As is standard in these kinds of investigations, a number of different individuals and organizations were asked to preserve documents and records. Everyone has been fully cooperative. James, Mancias, and Mims have neither been charged with a crime nor even mentioned by name in any federal charging indictment. Still, Jones was arrested last month and is accused of selling private injury information to gamblers about 2 Lakers players. That's new news as far as articles reporting on. I'm sure it's in the indictment, but as far as being reported, 2 Lakers players. I'm assuming the other one being Anthony Davis, but that doesn't take a psychic. I can close my eyes right now. Anthony Davis is out for the next 7 to 10 days, and I'm going to be right 99% of the time. Prosecutors say that Jones used information disclosed to him by a team trainer on 1 occasion. Jones pleaded not guilty in an appearance at a Brooklyn federal courthouse earlier this month. Mancius, 48, has been James' personal trainer for about 20 years, and Mims, 50, has been close to James since James was a high school star in Akron, Ohio. The government, in charging Jones for his role in the alleged illegal betting scheme, said he sold injury information on 2 Lakers stars to bettors on at least 2 occasions. Jones, the indictment said, was a teammate or coach of a prominent NBA player who had called Player 3. It is said that Jones used his relationship with that player and the team to gain information that he then sold to professional gamblers. Jones, according to prosecutors, found out on the morning of February 9th, 2023, that Player 3 would not play in the Lakers game against the Bucks that night and told an unnamed co-conspirator to place a big bet on the Bucks because Player 3 was out. Player 3 had not been named on the team's injury report yet, but he would miss the game. James did not play in that game. Before he's even announced, that's how you know if this is shady, but before it's even announced on the injury report, Jones is saying, this guy's going to be out. Trickle closer to game time, tick, 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 tick. James is out, bet's already been placed. Easy money. On January 15, 2024, Jones allegedly sold information that a player 4 was injured and that his performance in the upcoming game against the Oklahoma City Thunder would be impacted. The federal judge said Jones claimed to have learned from the trainer for Player 3 and Player 4 that Player 4 was hurt. At least 2 team executives for organizations mentioned in the charges against Jones and Rozier were notified by the league of an expanding investigation, league sources said. At least 2 team executives for organizations mentioned in the charges against Jones and Rozier were notified by the league of an expanding investigation, league sources said. The NBA had already launched investigations into Raptors 2-way player Jonte Porter, expelling him from the league, and into Terry Rozier, whom the league could not prove had violated its rules. That's what I was talking about before. The information was there. The evidence was there. You know they found something because Terry Rozier didn't play the end of the last season. They said, hey, sit down. Maybe this could blow over. Allegedly. Federal prosecutors said Rozier, then a member of the Charlotte Hornets, planned to take himself out early in a March 23rd game so gamblers could bet against him, reaching specific statistics, and he did. It's clear as day, folks. This is just going to get dirtier and dirtier and dirtier and dirtier as more information comes out. As more information comes out, it's just going to continue to trickle on and trickle on and trickle on. And we're seeing the NBA. All right, I need some paperwork from you. I need some paperwork from you. I need some paperwork for you. Now this is the NBA saying, but we're doing everything we can. Well, you didn't do everything you can when you had the chance to. Along with this, we have New Orleans University basketball player admitting to point shaving, purposely missing shots to win $5K per game. Let's take a listen.
It's the three-pointer.
Did point shave. I mean, I did go out there and not do my best. Basically shooting the ball and not actually trying to make it, but making it. Like make a couple and miss a couple.
Hunter says players were approached by an unidentified bettor out of Las Vegas who likely saw green flags in the form of dollar signs.
The way they did it, they'll look at the record. They're like, yeah, it's a better chance that they lose by a certain spread.
Were you worried about the consequences if you tried to point shave and failed and you lost that better money?
95%. We were going to get the job done.
Text messages recovered by investigators from teammate Daquavian Short's phone included an exchange between Short and Hunter in which they discussed receiving $5,000 for their participation in the scheme.
I was money hungry. That's all it was, money hungry. Fast cash.
What did you want to do with that money?
Skip that question.
I see some emotion on your face here. Can you explain why?
I mean, I don't know.
Hunter
Now he goes off and thinks of a good excuse to give this guy when he gets asked the question again.
and his motive.
What was the motivation for the money?
Basically, I had a child. I just had a child. So, like, the school wasn't.
I don't want to say this guy's lying, but I mean, if you're point shaving games, you're not the most credible source when it comes to giving me the exact reason why you did it. If you did it for your child, that probably would have been quick, easy, 1, 2, 3 answer. I needed money. I just had a kid. I'm short on cash. I gotta get diapers. I gotta get wipes. I gotta get food. I gotta get this. I gotta get that. I gotta get clothes. I gotta get shoes. I gotta get a crib. I gotta get a cradle. I gotta get a this. I gotta get a that. All right, hold on. Let me take a moment. Let me gather myself. All right, what's a good excuse I can use that'll get these people off my back? Okay. All right, I'm gonna come back. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I appreciate all the support. Please like the video, comment, and subscribe. That would mean so much to me. See you next time, and as always, take it easy.